Hi guys, so this week we talked about inductive and deductive reasoning, and then a textbook defines inductive reasoning as the process of going from specific instances and information and making a generalization. So I guess my understanding of that is pretty much that based on situations that we see or experience, we develop an idea of what something should or will be like based on those previous situations. And I guess an example of inductive reasoning I use in my daily life that I didn't actually know was inductive reasoning would be when I leave for work or my internship in the morning. I leave at 7:30 and I'm supposed to get there by 8, but I never actually get there at 8. I always get there a few minutes after 8. So I just assume that I'll never be there at exactly 8 o'clock. I'll always be there a couple minutes after. So I just assume that I'm never going to be there on time. And I think the public's idea of about what characteristics make up a serial or a superhero is an example of inductive reasoning just because it's based on previous exposure. And I guess what I mean by that is almost all of us have seen like the traditional superhero portrayal, and there's usually the superheroes really in good shape, super strong, intelligent, sometimes a bit of a loner, and they usually have some tragic backstory that made them want to become a crime fighting citizen or person. And these are all based on previous exposure to these superheroes, and then that's what we take and just assume that's what a superhero is supposed to be like. Um, Deductive reasoning, on the other hand, is taking a generalization and applying it to a specific situation. So, the opposite of inductive reasoning. In the case of Flash, he would be considered a superhero because his mother was murdered, which led him to become a forensic scientist. And then he ended up getting hit by lightning and gaining super speed, and then he started solving crimes. So, here we have the tragic backstory, the intelligence component, the superpower, and then the justice seeking personality. And then with Batman, his parents were murdered when he was a child, and then he was left their fortune and dedicated his life to fighting crime and seeking justice. And he also trained himself to become an excellent martial arts fighter, and then he had the ability to develop an advanced technology to aid in the efforts. So here he has the tragic backstory, the intelligence component, and the justice seeking personality that goes along with being a superhero. So, from those facts and those ideas of what a superhero are generally, you can apply them to Flash and Batman, and that is why they would be considered superheroes. All right, well, that's all I got for you guys this week. I will talk to you next week.